Hi, guys. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, and the Realities for Children Christmas tree setup. And there's the tree getting set up. Got Tyler from our team down here working. Nate's working over here with Craig from Realities. He's the founder. And this is a project that we've been doing for years, helping them light up this tree and raise funds for the children that they represent and care for. So we're pretty excited to be here again this year and to help them out. All right, guys, so I got Nate here. What are we doing today?
Yeah, so we're putting together this tree. It's like the annual NightLights tree for Realities for Children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. How many years have we been doing this, you know?
I feel like 7 or 8 or something.
Something.
Yeah.
Long time. But yeah, basically what have we done with it? We helped design the tree, build the tree
Right.
years ago.
Yep.
Teach their teams how to do it. We're here to help them just make sure it runs. And then we produce the light show for it every year.
Yep.
And then they get to use it to raise money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I think last year it raised about 450,000 or something like that.
It's awesome.
Realities, so that was good.
Yeah. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
So today's the day that they put the stuff up, and then over the next, I think today and tomorrow, you're going to be checking the system to make sure everything's working.
Yep.
Because
Exactly.
like all things, stuff breaks when you move it, so you have to fix it. So that's what we're working on, is seeing what needs to be worked on and fixed, and so it'll work, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Fixing light strings and hooking up computers and checking internet.
Now for geeky stuff, this is video mapped, right?
Yeah, technically, it's a giant video screen. It's a pixel screen
Mm-hmm.
that is wrapped around a cone.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's nice because we can program it kind of like we do with videos and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then just feed it back into the tree. There's a lot of trees that are kind of like this, but I don't know if all of them are using maybe the way that we put it together,
Okay.
because we use Resolume and we use some other things to make this work, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good setup.
That's awesome. So they're basically connecting to the top and then working their way to the bottom. And they're having to organize which string is in which order and make sure it's exactly right so that the video will show up proper. Because if they mix the different connections up top or twist it, it looks funny. So they're working hard to make sure it's right and in order. But all the controls are hidden behind that Realities for Children base. And then, but this morning they came in and they put in that big solid pipe in the ground. It's got an inset that it does down deep into the ground to help hold it in place, and then they put out the outriggers in place to keep it. So it takes 3 lifts, and you were saying this morning it's like 40 people, right?
Yeah, there was, I think like between the construction crew and all the volunteers from 2 different groups of people that volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was about 40 some people out here. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It was good.
Yeah, we came walking up here. I came with you right when they were having lunch break, and everybody's taking breaks. It's great. But yeah, this is the aftermath of the big setup part, and now the detail work is where we come in, and we're gonna go set up the computer and make sure we have internet and stuff for it. So we're on our way over to the car to go get a computer. And Nate's pointing out frozen yellow jackets on the ground. Where are they at?
Probably gonna get it too.
Yeah, there probably is a nest around this. He's so cold. He's like, I want the sunlight. We need to move these benches too, right over, not this one, but this one over here. Shove it back. Or is it kind of,
Yeah, that's it.
yeah. We'll work on that, but we're going to move. See, he's Mr. Muscles. He's got like the ability to move heavy things. Setting that up because that window down there is where we look out for controls for the tree. Clear over there. Grabbing the bins. Want me to carry them? We've made it into the underground area where everything goes, and we're setting things up. This is going to be the station. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the window we'll be looking out. There's the tree. All right, it is the next day.
No, we've been standing out here this whole time.
Sully's pulling on me. Been standing out here the whole time. No, it's the next day. So now Nate and Tyler are working on the details. What have you had to do today?
So every time you put this up with volunteers, things get damaged in the process, right? So if you plan on putting it all up and not having damage, that's not reality. So we've changed out 8 strings, eight strings, and it's always just little things like wires getting cut or
Pulled too hard.
breaking or yeah, little small things just getting yanked around a little bit too hard.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're running into like data issues. So that was the other thing. We've migrated the whole show to a new computer to run better, and getting all of that programming moved over and finding all the little details that we missed. That took a little while, but now everything's running. But it looks like, as I'm looking at it, looks like there might be a couple issues with some what I call hang fires, which is just basically this SPI data not getting enough power, and because it's not a balanced signal, I'm nerding out. It doesn't travel very far, so then it gets messed up, and one of the pixels will kind of error out or have a problem, and then it doesn't work. So
Here, I'm gonna
I
flip
see a
the
red
cam.
string.
Let me flip the camera. So you're saying there's a red string? Oh, I see. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like right in the middle. I mean, it
Kinda
might
up
not
there.
show up on camera, but
yeah, it's not. Just kind of up there. Yeah. So yeah, Tyler's in there working. Sullivan's with me today. And we're checking on all the things. I'm gonna put Sully to work to picking up zip ties.
got one.
They're working on all the bits and pieces, and they got one string that's not working. See how it's red when he's touching? All the way up, not working. Which means mhm.
That's something I've seen a lot. That's on the wrong side. What? That's the wrong. This is a down. That's right to do that.
Here, Sully. Sully, let's walk over this way. Let's show them. Here's the boom lift that they're using, and they have to use their harness and stuff. And then this tree is really tall, but it's all pixels. So at night when it's dark, you can see images and logos and words and all that. So, but this is for night lights. Nate's going up. Tyler's bringing more parts out. They've been inside repairing pixels. And Nate's up top checking. And this is the process they're going to be in until everything's confirmed to be good. Basically what they're doing is making sure that all the little lights, which we call pixels, are in good order and working. You can see it's starting to show the font as the sun goes down. There's Tyler getting all of the stuff out. So, yeah, it's quite a cool process. He's such a good boom driver, forklift driver, all the drivers. He's just really good at driving those machines. The one thing I really like about this location of the tree is that you can see its reflection in the glass on the building church here. Now you can see they're talking about the nightlight program here. So the tree is blue until it does production, like its musical show, because they've always had blue lights representing the kids that they take care of and the the system. So every one of those light bulbs gets sponsored. At least that's the idea and the hope and the plan. Last year, I think they set and met their goals, and we've been doing that for many years. So we're blessed to be a part of it. But I do like the reflection on the building. And we're on a main street here in Fort Collins, Colorado. I believe this is the First Presbyterian Church. That's what it says on the building here. And we're just north of the Colorado State University College campus. So if you're looking to come see this, it starts December 1st and runs for the month of December. So pretty cool situation. Place, the neat thing to come see. And yeah, so the guys are continuing to do their work, and the sun is starting to set, so you're getting to see what the tree does more. Now Sullivan, on the other hand, he's decided that he's just gonna sniff himself like crazy all over the place. He's decided that this is the best sniffy place. So he's completely and utterly distracted and trying to take me for a walk, because that's, what beagles do when their noses get paid attention to. They rule the roost in the brain and everything. Hi, dude. You see I'm here? Yeah. Let's sniff those leaves. Where are we going? We're going to go see this really cool old tree. Oh, you sniffy, sniffy. Sully, why are you taking Mom for a walk? Sully. He's like, my nose is too busy, Mom. I can't answer you. Right, little guy? Some of you may have noticed that he has some lumps on him. We've been working with a veterinarian to figure out the best course of action for him. They are not cancerous, all but one. The other one, the one that's a little tiny, they think might be, but not absolutely certain. But in order to get those surgically removed, which would be the course of action, we need to spend about $3,700 to $4,000. So we're kind of at a place where if they're not bugging him too bad and they're not causing him health issues, we just need to raise the funds for that. But right now he is making me dizzy, so apparently he's happy with his sniffer. Are you about done sniffing, dude? What are you doing, man? He's a good dog. He's my pal. When we were driving here, it was pretty fun because he was sitting in the passenger seat looking around like he was a human. And had I not been driving, or if I'd been able to stop at a stoplight long enough and safely take a picture, I would have done it for you. But nope. What are you doing? What are you doing? Shaking it off? Oh, now your tail's up. You just determined that Mom has to let you sniff long enough for the tail meter to go up? No, we're not going over there. We're going to go see Daddy. Don't look at me like that. Don't not look at me like that. So some of the programming that Maddie was doing in October was for this tree, because it does have its own musical light show, and I think it runs like 8 minutes or so, and so it's pretty cute, but it helps promote the program for raising funds, which is great for the kids. And we're just walking around trying to see what the guys are getting into. Looks like Nate's moving slowly around this side and making the repairs. What happens is they bring in 40 volunteers to set this thing up, and sometimes the instructions aren't fully relayed properly, so they have to go through and adjust some zip ties and make some fixes. But I mean, pretty cool that they have that many volunteers coming in to help. It's awesome. So now they're just continuing to work to make sure everything's gonna withstand the wind that comes through here and do the proper things for the show. So I gotta make sure it looks right. So, are you being a good boy while we wait for Daddy? Yeah.
You can go forward a little bit more. Well, no, you can't. I hate hold on.
So Tyler's having to leapfrog the plywood around so it doesn't hurt the grass here. So he's getting to get his workout in, I guess. Appreciate his help big time. It's getting all the bits and pieces up there. But yeah, this is the process when you're working on grass and you try not to sink the machine or hurt the landscape. You run it on plywood. And it's just leapfrogging more and more plywood. And that way Nate can make it around the tree. Still working, looking good. That is going inside the tree. Okay, Sully and I are taking a walk to the truck. The guys are still doing their work, but the sun is down, so hold on, Sully, just a second. Sorry, he was tangling my feet up with his leash because he's insecure as heck. Poor thing. Anyway, we're taking a walk to the truck. Gonna go warm up for a bit because the sun went down and the temperature went with it. So we're gonna do that. But you can see they're working on it. They're gonna work on some resolution issues. They're changing the focus of one of the main lights on the star at the top and something else. So down to 3 things, not too bad. But can you believe it? It's dark like this, 6:30 at night. Dark. So I don't like this time of year where it gets this dark or cold. I prefer being in the Florida area for my bones' sake, but this is where God has us right now. But Sadie and I are gonna, or Sadie, Sully and I are gonna get in the truck for a few minutes and warm up. Time for a water break. We're sitting here. This is where Nate's got his filter water. He's been sitting here soldering with his soldering iron, fixing all of the 50 strings. So, fun stuff. All the pixel parts over there. Yeah. And then here is the control center.
Yeah. So you can see the very tips on the circles are misaligned.
Okay, so let me see those
That's
lights.
so weird. It's reversed on this side. That's close. That's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean that's probably about as close as we're gonna
I
get.
don't think it can get any closer because if you can get any closer, then you'll be ahead.
Yeah,
Right now,
right.
the toppers. Sorry, you're higher than the toppers and you're ahead.
Save.
I guess we can hang up.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
So, Nate, does this mean that you've had a successful evening and you got the tree running?
Yeah. So we got it running. It is definitely interesting this year. We're finding stuff that we didn't do 5 years ago that was out of order in pixel mapping.
Mm-hmm.
So we're having strings show up in the wrong order towards one side of it. It's never been critical, but it's always been both Tyler and I going, something's up over here and we can't tell what it is, and we just found it.
Good.
So we fixed that, and then the topper probably got it about as close as it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So it's just a numbers thing, and the fact that like the top of the tree is 180 strings at the top of the tree, but then the tree topper itself is only 14 strings.
Right.
Should we have added 4 more strings in there? Probably, because then we could have done it 10%, but whatever. So, or 1%, I guess it would have been.
Yeah.
But whatever. So it is what it is at this point. So I think we're good to go.
And
I'm saving it. I think I can do it offline. I can go back and map out that problem with the error jump in the map, so we can fix that.
Cool.
The fact that we found it, I'm really happy with.
Awesome.
And then I think I can clarify and fix a bunch of other stuff because we keep seeing things that are a little bit wonky that looks fine from a distance, but when I got super deep into the map, they're all off by a couple of pixels all the way through. So I think we could probably line that up even more better. It's just going to take more time than I think the teams were ever willing to put into before. which is fine because sometimes, I mean, in the past doing all these, we were always under a massive rush.
Yeah.
It was like this project, next project, next project, next project. It was always just so crazy for us. So
Awesome.
I'm not
Well,
surprised some things got missed. But
congratulations,
fixed it.
man.
Yeah,
Ready for December 1st?
I think so. So I'm going to take this computer back with us, and we're going to do some offline editing. I think we can fix all that
Perfect.
in the next few weeks before we got to get crazy.
Sounds
So,
good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, Nate's set and Tyler's set, so Sully and I are going to head home. Nate will meet us there. So thanks for watching this with us and joining us. Please remember to follow, like, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. See ya.